Good evening, family, friends, honored guests, and especially the class of 2017. Welcome to Somerville High School's commencement exercises. I am John O'Terry, headmaster of Somerville High School. On behalf of the Somerville Public Schools, I would like to welcome you to our commencement. I would like to thank Tufts University for providing our venue for tonight, since the weather has not been cooperative. When the forecast looked bleak last week, Tufts offered to host us. We are fortunate to have such great community partners, and I would like to thank Tufts and Barbara Rubel and Lisa, Alana, Jen, and the entire facilities crew here. Thank you very much. Would also like to thank the Somerville Department of Public Works for their help. Also, the outstanding secretarial staff here of Louise, Marie Connolly, Marie Santamaria, Barbara Farrell-Laurel, Cheryl Martino-Young, Paula Mello, Omira, Cheryl McGovern, and Teresa. And thank you to everyone who has made tonight possible. A few housekeeping items before we begin. If you could please place your cell phones on silence and be respectful to the graduates and their guests. Also, please keep the aisles clear. In the event of a fire or an emergency, there are emergency exits at the back of the gantry and also to my left. Also, just a reminder, there are no noisemakers, air horns, or balloons or food allowed in the Gantry Center. Please be respectful of our hosts here from Tufts University. At this time, I would like to call Senior Class President Ella Sprick to the podium.
Good evening. Would everyone who is able please stand and face a flag to my right and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as the Somerville High School Chorus, Band, and Orchestra will lead us in the national anthem. Please be seated. The Somerville High School Chorus will perform I Believe, words and music by Yolanda Adams.
They said you wouldn't make it so far. And ever since they said it's been hard. But never mind the nights you had to cry, 'cause you have never let it go inside.
You worked real hard and you know exactly what you want and need. So believe, and you can never give up. You can reach your goals. Just talk to your soul and say, I believe
I can,
I believe
I will.
I believe I know my dreams are real. I believe
Oh yeah,
I believe
oh yeah.
I believe I know.
That's why.
That is what I do believe.
Your goals are just a thing in your soul, and you know that the moves will let them show. Keep creating pictures in your mind, so just believe they will come true in time.
It will be fine. Leave all of your cares and stress behind. Just let it go. Let the music flow inside. Forget all the pain and just start to believe. I can. I believe I will. I believe I know. All of my dreams are real. I believe I'll chance. I believe I'll dance. I believe I know the soon end. That is what I do believe. Whoa, yeah.
Never mind what people say. Hold your head high and turn away. With all my hopes and dreams, I do believe, even though it seems it's not for me.
Don't give up, I'll keep it up. Look into the sky. I will achieve all my needs. I will always believe. Oh, I believe I can. I believe I will. I believe I know my dreams are real. I believe I'll change. I believe I'll dance. I believe I'll know the soon end. That is what I do believe. I believe I can. I believe I will. I believe I know my dreams are real. I believe I'll chance. I believe I'll dance. I believe I'll know the soon end. That is what I do believe.
Thank you very much. At this time, it's my honor to introduce our guests up here on the platform. To my left, the Mayor of the great city of Somerville, the Honorable Joseph A. Curtatone. Superintendent of Schools, Mary Skipper. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, Dr. Vince McKay. Director of Communication and Grants, Ms. Susana Hernandez Morgan. Alderman at Large, Mary Jo Rossetti. Alderman at Large, Mr. Bill White. School Committee Member from Ward 1, Mr. Steve Royks. School Committee Member from Ward 2, Mr. Dan Frutrell. School Committee Member from Ward 3, Ms. Lee Erica Palmer. School Committee Woman from Ward 5 and Chairperson of the School Committee, Ms. Laura Patone. School Committee Member from Ward 6, Ms. Paula O'Sullivan. School Committee Member from Ward 7, Ms. Carrie Norman. Our Director for the Center of Career and Technical Education, Mr. Leo DeSimone. Housemaster of Beacon House, Ms. Jane Cummings. Housemaster of Elm House, Mr. Sebastian Lagambina. Housemaster of Highland House, Mr. Harry Marchetti. Housemaster of Broadway House in the class of 2017, Housemaster Dr. Darius Green. Also like to introduce former Mayor of the City of Somerville, Ms. Dorothy Kelly Gay. Your class advisor, Mr. Kevin Dua. Secretary from Beacon House, Ms. Paula Mello. Secretary from Elm House, Ms. Omira Pimentel. Secretary from Highland House, Ms. Cheryl McGovern. And Secretary of Broadway House, Ms. Teresa Francis. At this time, it is my great honor to present our valedictorian and salutatorian medals. If I will call your name, the person come up and we will present the medal. The valedictorian of the class of 2017, Ms. Alice Eager. And the salutatorian of the class of 2017 is Ms. Marisa Kelleth. I'd like to call Mr. Leo DeSimone up here to present our CTE Student of the Year Award medal, and that is Mr. Kyle Lantini. It is now my pleasure to call Marisa Kelleth back to the podium for the salutatorian address.
Good evening, friends, families, and especially graduates. First off, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2017. This is a class of exceptional leaders, hardworking students, and brilliant scholars. You've already accomplished so much, much more than you think you have. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back. You are amazing, every single one of you. And I'm honored to have spent my 4 years of high school with such great people. I can't wait to see how far you'll go. 。 . 。  . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . But before we move ahead in our lives, let's take a minute to remember where we're from. Somerville, the tiny 4-square-mile parcel of land carved out of Charlestown in 1842. We may be small, but we are far from insignificant. We at the high school may have complained a lot about the terrifying cafeteria food or the dysfunctional heating system. But when we step away and look at the big picture, none of us can deny that Somerville is a special place. We are a city of innovators, of artists, of hard workers, and of advocates. Let's not forget that. Our time at the high school has taught us to fight for the changes we want to see in the world. Many of our teachers set an example as activists and encouraged us to investigate the issues in our community, giving us the tools to speak out for what we believed in. Other teachers showed us how to be independent members of society, able to discern the truth for ourselves and question the beliefs we grew up with, or to look at history and literature with a more critical perspective. Within these walls, we learned our true power and potential to change the world around us. We learned that we could do anything if we really wanted to. Whether you're going to work, joining the military, or heading off to college next year, you will excel at it, thanks to the culture of hard work and the high standards our teachers set at us during our time in the high school. Somerville, like all cities, is changing, and it is changing before our very eyes. We are at a crossroads in our history, having seen our city evolve from Somerville into the quote-unquote Brooklyn of the Boston area, and the class of 2017 is at the center of it all. We are Somerville. We have all seen the city's many facets, its upsides and downsides, and we are the ones who will inherit it one day. That's why we need to fight for a better city, a stronger city, and most of all, a more accepting city. We are a smart, eloquent, and resourceful class, and it's our job to fight for our city. We know what the essence of Somerville is, and we are the only ones who can advocate for it in the face of change. Go far in life, keep learning, but don't forget that you are Somerville. You are the voice of our people, and when the time comes, you will give back to the city a small part of what it has given to you. Every one of us who crosses the stage today is wise enough and brave enough to fight for who we are. Somerville made us that way, and we can't forget that. Before we journey out into the world, let's not forget where we came from, and let's never forget the community who made us who we are. The best of us is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Marisa. At this time, one of our wonderful traditions at Somerville is we have a class poem. It is my honor to call Samantha Fillmore, the class of 2017 class poet.
So before I get started today, I have to admit, I would not be able to step up here in front of all of you beautiful people today if it weren't for this person. This person is not only a teacher, he is a mediator, a role model, a celebrity in a way, and that is you, Mr. Dua. I wish I could go on all day about how much you have changed my perception of life. To never be afraid of what's out there, and if you want to do something, you have to do it big. But I am going to say this. I would not be the person I am today without you. You have not only motivated me, but you are my inspiration to become an educator. You are the reason why I haven't given up, why I believe in myself. But this just doesn't go for me. This follows for every student graduating today. I want you to understand how much you mean to us. I want you to realize that you are the rib of this class, and without you, it would be so incomplete. So before I get started today, Can we please take a second and give this man a standing ovation or an applause for everything that he has done for us today? This poem is entitled, This Is Us, inspired by Kevin Dua. To us, young SHS kings and queens, the class of 2017. From freshman to senior year, we have had to overcome some of our biggest fears, whether it's sleepless nights, losing close people in your life, trying to figure out who you are while putting up a fight, or having to deal with unexpected news left and right. We, as students, did everything that it takes to make sure we were able to walk across this stage, to see the light at the end of the tunnel of struggle, back-to-back days of hustle, with a few tumbles, while some of our bellies rumble from hunger, the hunger of reaching for our goals, graduation. The infatuation of satisfaction that we are now so close to fulfilling our dreams after 4 years of strengthening our mentalities for this society. But I need to share, because people will try to brainwash you, claiming that you will never be smarter than they are. Stay woke or get woke, because what's out there is no joke. Don't let the temporary broke turn you into the kind of folk that don't believe in growth. Remain bold, no matter what you are told. You are powerful, you are strong. No matter how many times everything may seem like it's going wrong, you belong, you matter. You can succeed, you can achieve, be who you want to be who you want to see, no matter how rocky the roads are underneath your feet. To the athletes, artists, activists, scholars, whether you are going to school or work, I ask you to always move forward. I ask you to step outside of the box instead of always thinking in it, because we are the generation of enlightenment. We will jump over the predicaments, fly out of our natural elements, and discover new developments that benefit all people all over the world, and discover a new system to educate our little boys and girls things that we could not learn in our textbooks, like learning to love themselves more than they love the materialistic items that they place on their shelves. I know each and every one of you will change this nation and will become the new artists of the messy canvas that has been placed into our hands, but we will never be afraid to go up against any command. And when you are able to look back at everything you have accomplished and how you have done such big things, never forget where you had struggle in order to become successful in the small, slept-on sanctuary city known as Somerville. So long, graduating class of 2017. We are the real ones that the future cannot wait to see. Peace.
Thank you, Samantha. At this time, Mayor Curtatone would like to share some remarks with the class of 2017.
Thank you, Mr. O'Terry. Well, good evening. Before I begin, I want to thank Superintendent Mary Skipper, my colleagues on the Somerville School Committee and Board of Aldermen, Headmaster heading up his final graduating class in Somerville High School, John O'Terry, and all the teachers and staff of Somerville High School for all that they do each and every day to get us here to this wonderful night of celebration. Thank you for having me here tonight and allowing me to be part of such a monumental experience in these students' lives. When nights like this and seeing all of you and the love and admiration you have for your family, your classmates, the teachers and staff, and your community, listening to Marissa Keelat's Salutatorian address. Remind me of how rewarding it is to do what I do as an elected official in this community. It reminds me of why I am so proud to be a lifelong resident of this community and a Somerville High School alum. I want to welcome and thank the family and friends of the graduates. I'm happy to see so many people here supporting these young people as they close one chapter of their lives and begin another. But not really for the reason that we're all here, the Somerville High School class of 2017. Congratulations. I, along with everyone in this room, commend you on an extraordinary job and a job well done. Graduating high school, I'm sure you realize this is an important accomplishment and one for which you should be very proud to have achieved. We know it wasn't easy, and I know there were hard days and days when you didn't know if you could give it your all, or days when you were knocked down, but you pushed through, but you got back up, and you made it, you succeeded. That's, as it's been alluded to in your poet and salutatorian's address, that's the Somerville in you. That grit, that resiliency, and something I hope you carry with you always, whether you're going on to a 2-, 3-, or 4-year academic program, beginning your career after completing CTE training, enlisting in the military, or taking time to explore your options. Graduation is a time of excitement, anticipation, and even a little bit of uncertainty of what's to come. But go forward with the knowledge that Somerville High has given you a solid foundation to explore your passions and achieve your goals. Go forward with the confidence that your time at Somerville High prepared you to tackle life's twists and turns head on, and they'll be there. Go forward with a commitment of remaining uniquely you. And go forward knowing that no matter where your future endeavors take you, there's some grit and resiliency, some Somerville in each and every one of you. And as you embark on the next chapter of your journey, my hope for you is that you remain inspired, that you remain curious, always appreciating and engaging in each experience life throws your way. I hope you also remain hopeful in both the good times and bad, taking comfort in the fact that things in life will teach you this won't always work out as you plan, and often it ends up being for the better. But I also hope in these challenging times you always have empathy for and treat everyone with the respect you've shown throughout your time at Somerville High, seeking out opportunities that allow you to learn and grow from others. But I also want to challenge all of you. I challenge you to get involved in your communities. Whether you're staying here in Somerville or venturing out across our great nation or even around the globe. Most of you are now adults, and with that comes a greater responsibility than casting a vote in an election. Find an issue you care about and become a volunteer community advocate. Use the skills and your experience you learned in high school and will continue to hone in the next phase of your life to contribute to a working group in your city or on your campus. Apply to serve on boards or commissions and even run for local office someday. It's true what people say. You are the future. And as you are our future, and it's up to you to help us shape the values of that future. We need you out there telling your local officials and your government and the public what's important. Now, more than ever, we need your ideals. Young people like you to influence how we move forward with crucial issues in these uncertain times. Issues on immigration, on gender and racial equality, on LGBTQ issues, and the environment and climate change. So my challenge for you, class of 2017, is to make your generation the generation of enlightenment, one known for its unparalleled civic engagement and involvement. You are that future. I know it will be a bright one. Now go out and continue to make us proud. Continue to make Somerville proud. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As the mayor highlighted, there's a lot of pride in the room in Somerville. He also mentioned the thanks that you have to your families and faculty members here who have supported you. A tradition we started a couple of years ago is we have the graduates rise and point to that special person in the audience that has made your experience here a very special one. Okay, thank you. It is now my honor to have Superintendent Mary Skipper address the class of 2017.
Good evening and welcome to the class of 2017, to the hardworking staff at Somerville High School, and to the family, friends, and guests who have gathered here today. Tonight, we celebrate this special class, the Somerville High School class of 2017, and everything you as a class and as individuals have accomplished and brought to the legacy of Somerville High and to our entire Somerville community. There are many things your class will be remembered for as you leave here tonight as proud graduates. Your academic achievements, your athletic accomplishments and sense of sportsmanship, your musical and artistic talents, your commitment to the trades, and your passion for the clubs and activities you've spent hundreds of hours participating in. But as proud as I am of all that you've accomplished in each of those areas, there's something that I think is even more important that you're passing on as a legacy to Somerville High School and to the city. You, the class of 2017, have set an example for all those that come behind you and for all those that are young and old of what amazing things can happen when young people see a need and work together to change and create that new entity. Whether it was to show your teachers how much you cared and appreciated them, or to use your collective voices to raise awareness for an important cause, or to let the world know that Somerville High School is a place for all students, or to keep the memory of a teacher that you loved and respected alive. You did it together, and you did it with grace, and you did it with passion, and you did it your way, giving us a powerful model of student leadership and student agency. I personally can't wait to see what each of you goes on to do and what change and hope you become in this world, a world which now, more than ever, needs heroes and champions. What causes will each of you champion? What cures will some of you discover? What homes and vehicles of the future will some of you build? And which of you will be a future mayor or general, professional chef, renowned musician, or future principal of Somerville High School? Perhaps Kevin and Alan will be those musicians at Berkeley, or Marissa, a professional chef after Newberry, or Jeffrey will dream up a new business at Year Up. Perhaps Adriana will build a new type of robot at Ben Franklin, or Samantha will use her gift for words to further an important cause. Or Andrew will patent an invention at MIT that moves science forward. And what new leadership roles will the Sorcies play at Union? Or Ellie and Spencer at UMass Amherst? Or Elvis at Bunker Hill? Or Stephanie as she joins the U.S. Army to serve our country? Class of 2017, each of you has a new journey to look forward to, and each of you is more than ready to take all of your gifts, your talents, your energy, your leadership that you've shared with us for the last 4 years, with the Somerville community and with Somerville High, and share them with a world that needs you. We're counting on each of you to bring your best selves on this new journey and to be the difference maker in this world. Whether you're going on to work or to a trade or to college or to the military, I know we can count on each of you to keep leading the way. Congratulations, good luck, And God bless class of 2017. We're very proud of you.
Thank you, Superintendent Skipper. It is now my honor to introduce the chairperson of the school committee, Ms. Laura Patone, to address the class.
Congratulations, class of 2017. Woo! And welcome to your family, friends, Somerville educators, our mayor, school committee members, and colleagues from the Board of Aldermen. I have been thinking for months, yes, months, about what I could say to you today. I was so excited about this privilege as the chair of the school committee, but was also overwhelmed, so I asked my 11-year-old daughter for her ideas. She said, say some sappy things, blah, blah, blah. Quote someone famous and be sure to have the fake tears ready. Already a cynic in 5th grade. But then she said, no, actually, it is really important. Graduating is the first big step in your new world. I have 2 kids, so I'm deep in the dance, from dependence to independence that is growing up, culminating in graduations, those small and those spelled with a capital G, like today. This morning, my daughter left for her 5-day overnight trip to Nature's Classroom with her class, which I consider a little G. I was so happy for her, but also sad seeing her beaming little face in the window of the bus as they drove off. A tiny glimpse of what families and friends may be feeling today, seeing your graduates in their caps and gowns. Somerville High's graduation is preceded by Class Day, a sweet and long tradition of celebrating both the accomplishments and plans of the graduating class. I was fortunate to attend this year. In addition to the awards and exciting plans for all, I too was moved by the class poem, powerfully delivered by its author, Samantha Fillmore. Yet another shout out. And inspired by her message, which spoke to me and informed what I'm saying today. She is one of the many voices of the class of 2017 that we have heard this year. We heard the voices of immigrant students at the One Somerville Sanctuary City celebration, sharing their personal and often painful experiences. And we also heard, as we have here, the awesome response of the crowd cheering in support. We heard students stand up for the needs of their community by advocating for free feminine products at Somerville High. We heard students telling the frank and moving stories of their peers and themselves through drama, song, poetry, and music at the Teen Empowerment Peace Conference. The voices of students of the First Robotics League not only spoke of robotics, but also shared what they learned about leadership and true collaboration. We heard the voices of the cosmetology and health services students as they processed the presentation by District Attorney Marion Ryan on their role that they can uniquely play in supporting victims of domestic violence. It is these voices, those of our students and young adults, that the school committee and all the elected officials in Somerville need to continue to hear to inform the direction of the city. It is your voice that will shape the future if you choose to continue to share it and engage by transforming your voice into action. But having a voice is more than speaking your mind. With the power of voice comes the responsibility to listen. To have a strong voice means to continuously cultivate your point of view in the circuitous, messy process of listening, learning, challenging, and evolving. To sincerely hear those you may not agree with, to synthesize your thoughts into something new or an even more powerful voice, or to merge your voice in a chorus with others. As you step into your new world, you will confront a sea of new and novel opinions, whether at college, the military, or work, you will leave the comfortable bubble of Somerville High, a place of diversity that values inclusion and community connection, a solid foundation for navigating the rough waters you may encounter, thanks to the dedicated and compassionate staff at Somerville High. I encourage you to embrace the sea of different ideas, to listen, to engage, and grow your voice through these interactions. This will be challenging, but it will only strengthen your voice, either through evolution or increased conviction. And the most resonating voices that engage and inspire growth and change are those coupled with action. Performing that song, distributing that petition, volunteering for that campaign, or someday launching your own, no matter what scale, marry your voice with actions that compel others to join your voice in chorus and take the next steps to create the future you imagine together. Or, to put it more eloquently, by including a quote from a famous person as recommended by my daughter, Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." And I would add, be guided to that change through refining and sharing your voice. So as you are walking out of this graduation ceremony, your home or our fair city of Somerville, taking those brave steps into your new world, I hope you can remember two things. Keep your ears and mind open, and as a result, always be cultivating your voice. Congratulations, graduates, and I thank you for listening. And now I'm ready to return the favor as have chosen sincere cheers over fake tears. Please let me hear all your voices in celebration, all the mixed emotions we're feeling at your Big G graduation now. Woo! Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Patone. At this time, we honor another celebrated tradition at Somerville High School. This is the singing and performing of the class song.
It was a long journey, but we were determined to keep on fighting. Through thick and thin, with one another's support, we strive despite our differences. Made it through each day, every day, and we became one. Here's all ones we won't forget.
was beautiful. Thank you very much. It's now time of the program for our valedictory address, and I'd like to call back to the podium Alice Eager.
Hello, everyone, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the Somerville High School class of 2017. I'm honored to get to speak to you tonight. Graduation is a time to be thankful, to reflect on the past, and to consider the future. But I know we all just want to get our diplomas, so I'll try to keep this brief by not subjecting you to elaborate extended metaphors or unsolicited life advice from a 16-year-old. To begin, I want to thank the people who have helped us get here and who have made our class shine so brightly. Thank you to my parents for always expecting the best from me, and to all the families here tonight, thank you for always supporting us. We owe our success to you. Thanks to my friends for sharing this experience with me, to the class officers for doing a wonderful job of organizing events and making SHS stand out, and to the entire class. Even if I didn't get to know all of you guys on a personal level, we were in this together. Thank you to everyone in the SHS community, teachers, coaches, secretaries, counselors, and custodians. You believed in us and got us to this point. Also, a major shout out to the music groups here tonight, chorus, orchestra. Okay. And especially band. Thank you for serenading us with those sweet, sweet tunes. As we look back on our time at Somerville High, I'd like to highlight some of our school's major accomplishments this year. Our class made it to the news various times. First, when we spread positivity through the school by placing inspirational Post-it notes on every locker, and again when we set our 3rd and 4th world records. Musical put on an epic production of Bring It On back in February. Our trivia squad reached the quarterfinals of High School Quiz Show for the 2nd time in history. The super impressive first robotics team made it to the World Championships in St. Louis. And our sports teams handled the transition from the GBL to the NEC with grace and sportsmanship under the leadership of dedicated captains. And of course, we've all survived senior year. Okay. Leaving high school has left me with a jumble of emotions, happiness and fear, excitement and uncertainty. Although sometimes it feels like we're being catapulted into an ominous, competitive unknown, the so-called real world, we'll soon realize that we've been in the real world all this time, learning, working, and collaborating. As we go our separate ways, let's not worry about making it into the history books or changing the world in some major way. Let's focus on following our passions for our own happiness and for the good of our world. Let's continue to learn, to stand up for each other, and to protect our planet. Possibly the most unintentionally depressing phrase ever uttered is, high school will be the best 4 years of your life. Yes, our accomplishments over the last 4 years are commendable, but let's hope for even greater success in the future. And venturing forward, we'll always have the memories from our time as Highlanders. Thank you, Somerville. Congratulations, class of 2017, and best of luck. We made it!
Thank you, Alice. Good evening, families, friends, honored guests, our outstanding faculty, and especially the class of 2017. Give yourself a hand. We are one. Somos uno. No somos un, no se un. This was your class motto, printed on t-shirts in over 100 languages, and it became emblematic, most specifically, of your senior year. This was also the umbrella that the class of 2013 put over you when you entered as freshmen, and their leadership was critical in helping the school community in a time of need. Well, you took this to heart, and it became your mantra. And in the last few years, it produced wonderful deeds. I would like to tell our guests a little about this because it has had a profound impact on my life in education. We as educators hope to impact your lives enough that you can go out in the world and effectuate some change. And honestly, I think many of us in education merely hope that that is what will happen, and we give you nice speeches at this time of year as you go off to college, a trade, or in the military service or work. You, however, are a different breed. We have actually seen your impact. You've been recognized by local media, nationally by a major corporation, and forever on the internet and YouTube as the class that cares. The class that actually bucks the trend of a me-first generation and puts acts of kindness and positivity above all. There's an interesting debate in history whether it is the person that makes the times or the times that make the person. I think of times of crisis such as Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War, FDR and the Great Depression, and Martin Luther King and civil rights. The answer to the debate is it is both, because great leadership transcends challenging times, and you are no exception. You're no exception to this because you've done so with commitment and compassion. This has been a challenging year for most of us. In November, we witnessed an assault on our way of life. It particularly reverberated in Somerville, where we take great pride in our diversity, respect for one another, celebrating our differences and what unites us. We have always believed that multicultural education has prepared you for this world. I have maintained that it has given you a leg up on others when you go off to the next leg of your journey in college, work, or career. But now that Somerville way seems threatened. Many of us are frightened, and the future is filled with uncertainty. However, in the words of former First Lady Michelle Obama, when they go low, you went high. And high is where you aimed and landed. Rather than fall into the rancor of epithets, extremist rhetoric, and insults, you channeled yourself with meetings and reaching out to one another and coming together. One of the most moving events this year was working with our community partner En route and the Somerville Family Learning Collaborative at a meeting at the East Somerville School with our immigrant community, explaining that all in Somerville High School would be safe. You went out and posted notes of positivity in every locker in Somerville High School. You wrote positive notes to our elementary school students. And more important, you stood shoulder to shoulder as a sign of unity. You boldly rose to the challenge and proclaimed your Somerville pride. We took the mayor's words as a sign of protection and hope. We proudly reaffirmed ourselves as a sanctuary city, and the city hung a banner over the entrance of Somerville High School declaring one Somerville, and all who enter are welcome. That was not coincidental that the city's proclamation matched your class motto. In fact, it was very fitting. One could say we took a few steps backwards as a country this past year. I wouldn't disagree with that. Ironically, I look at that statement as a positive and channel a couple metaphors through that. If you take a few steps back, it gives one a running start to smash through that wall or charge at your target. But sometimes that charging a wall or hitting a target hurts. So I think of the other metaphor of a slingshot being pulled back. And the further you pull the slingshot back, the further the rock goes. But your slingshot pouch is not filled with a rock. It's filled with people who care, people who fight for what is right. your Somerville brothers and sisters. In your slingshot is Ella and Maria Eduarda and Emilicia and Spencer and Annika and Bianca and Searing and Megan and Radice and Kyle and Jonathan and Daniel and every person to your right and left. Take Samantha's class poem to heart, because that was the best poem we've had in decades, because it's a challenge, a plea to remember your Somerville roots, your Somerville pride, and change the world. So let's get back to that slingshot. Let's pull it far and launch it towards Capitol Hill, to Beacon Hill, and Winter Hill, and change the world. Launch it far to places you come from: Brazil, Nepal, El Salvador, Haiti, Asia, Africa, and the 4 square miles of Somerville. You are from Somerville, and you can change the world. Our graduates run cities. They're in Congress. And given the outstanding character of this class, I think one of you will end up at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in the White House. The class of 2017 reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from anthropologist Margaret Mead. It says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. If the world is to change, then that committed group of seniors from Somerville High School will lead this change. So when you leave here and embark on the next leg of your journey, I will ask you, I've asked all 5 previous classes, will you continue to make the world, society, a better, more harmonious place? Will you continue to innovate, look at things through a different lens, solve complex problems in a cooperative manner as you have here at Somerville High School? When you leave Somerville High School, will people stop and take notice at the manner in which you carry yourself and ask, where did you come from? Will you proudly answer, I'm from Somerville? I know you will, and your answer will be full of your Somerville pride to all of these. So keep doing what you're doing. You've done it so well. Make the world a better, kinder, and more just place. Be as inclusive and accepting and welcoming as you can, and stay true to your motto, we are one. Somos uno. Good luck. I love you. God bless. Thank you. Another tradition we started a few years ago is a presentation from the senior class to some honorary diploma recipients. In March, we presented a diploma to Miss Charlene Harris a week or so before she passed away. It meant a lot to her. So if we could all just take a moment and wish Charlene the best. We know she's watching from above. So I'd like to call the class of 2017 advisor, Mr. Kevin Dewar, to present the honorary diplomas.
On behalf of the graduating class of 2017, it gives me great pleasure to present honorary diplomas to fellow teachers who have served as amazing educators to our students. These educators, in their own way, have played a powerful part in ensuring that this class succeeds as students and people. Will the following faculty members please approach the podium to receive your well-deserved honor in being a part of the class of 2017. First, a man that has devoted years in helping our school community, who is now retiring, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Vince McKay. Next, a man that has a man that has helped this class look extremely good in every event that we have done for the last 4 years, graphics teacher Charles Gerlach. Next, these two secretaries have made sure that our school runs smoothly all year round. Marie Santa Maria and Marie Conley. Next, these two counselors have made sure that students feel empowered to succeed and be themselves. Barbara Favaloro and Kathy Wood. Next, this teacher has made sure to make Somerville High School a welcoming home for many of our immigrant students for years and years. Welcome Center Liaison, Vanity Cruz. And last, this teacher has empowered so many students to make smart choices in order for them to run the world. History teacher, Miss Cynthia Massillon. Family, friends, class of 2017, please give a round of applause to the faculty honorary recipients to the graduating class of 2017. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Terry for the moment we've all been waiting for. The presentation of diplomas.
Superintendent Skipper, Mayor Curtatone, Somerville School Committee. The following names we are about to read have met the criteria for Somerville High School diploma. Take notice, world, the class of 2017 diplomas.
They should start lining up. Should I start? should line up. Stay right there. Everyone in the first row. Okay. We're all set? Can I start? Okay. Eleanor Sprick.
Alice Eager.
Spencer Pitkin.
Marisa Kalath.
Bianca De Paula.
Samantha Fillmore.
Anika Kausar.
Celeste Torres.
Isra El Saudi.
Rosalie Jacobs.
Xiomara Iraheta.
Christina Keating.
Kelly Kachemuel.
Emily Liberato.
Kelly Whedon.
Jennifer Mariana Martinez.
Manogia Acharya.
Flavia Martins.
Anthony Araujo Amaral.
Katia Matthews.
Yusuf Ati.
Phoebe Melchiski.
Abike Beke.
Alec Portelli.
Patrick Blakey.
Michael Rosenberger. I get it right?
Anna Carton Smith.
Elvis Solares Arevalo.
Camille Chan.
Henry Sprick.
Lily Chow.
Emily Uyoa.
Andrew Churchill.
Jiaoyi Jiao. Not yet.
Catherine Churchill.
Nina Zoe.
Gabrielle Coimbra.
Casey Espinoza.
Graciel Da Silva.
Jose Lizama Flores.
Emily Da Silva.
Charles Lobruto.
DeSource Domond.
Damian Lockett.
Samantha Fortunas.
Elizabeth Long.
Kara Hapas.
Kevin Long.
Stephanie Hernandez.
Celine Lopez.
Shannon Higgins.
Ivania Lopez.
Mamadakba Abdul Jalil.
Jamie Lopez.
Matthew Abrantes.
Marvin Lopez.
Mario Aguilar Ramos.
Richard Lopez.
David Aguirre Guillen.
Louis Gerard.
Yancy Alacon Ruiz.
Lucas Madeira. Did it, dog.
Kiara Alejandro.
Michelle Magalhães Texeira.
Victoria Alencar.
Anmol Manny.
Emmanuel Altamirano Jeronimo.
Michelle Mari.
Dylan Alvarado.
Jennifer Marroquin.
Anthony Amari.
Jessica Martinez Garcia.
Angelica Andrade.
Natalia Martinez Aragon.
Vanessa Andrade Costa.
Kevin Martinez Lones.
Jason Barrientos.
Jose Martinez.
Radis Bass.
Christopher Martins.
Stephen Bates.
Adriana Massey.
Vasti Bocage Jean-Charles.
David Matthews.
Laurie Belizaire.
Robin McCann.
Jennifer Bermudez.
Alexis McEgan.
Una Batachan.
Daniel McNabb.
Ravsan Biuan.
Nicholas McNeil.
Claude Blanc.
Matthew McPherson. It was a tough act.
Tabitha Bombeck.
Eric O. Madrano Cruz.
Henry Borges Rivera.
Miranda Melanson.
Rufida Bori.
Luis Mendez.
Talia Brazdalus.
Alex Mendoza.
Sydney Burns Rivera.
Maria Mendoza.
Celinda Kafua.
Brian Mendoza Salgado. Why wouldn't?
Aleph Cantarino.
Caitlin Mercer.
Maritza Carias Guzman.
Samantha Mealy.
Halima Castano Baltodano.
Infinite Mieses. That was good. That was
Christian Chacon Maravilla.
Ariana Minghetti.
Marks Charles.
Jessica Moffett.
William Chiarello.
Juelinel Montina.
Jack Clark.
Elliot Moore.
Brandon Coco.
Brad Morrison.
Orion Collins.
Kenner Munoz.
Christopher Cooper.
Jeffrey Narcisse.
Gabriel Deluz.
Arlena Navarro Coca.
Karen Durai.
Brian Nicholas.
Nicholas da Silva Piovizana.
Ryan Jogona.
Jamilson De Vega.
Emily O'Regan.
Ebony De Souza Barbosa.
Isaiah Osius.
Thomas DeFarias.
Cyrus Neppy Odevan.
Alexi Del Cid Rodriguez.
Augusto Oliveira da Silva.
Anea Doty.
Albert Oliveira.
Janelli J. Fabian.
Jemison Oliveira.
Natalie Y. Fabian.
Maria Eduarda Oliveira.
CJ Felix. Vivian F. Faraz.
Gianluca Opedesano.
Larcy J. Ferrer Alvarado.
Edith Dorantes.
Douglas E. Figueroa. Congratulations, buddy.
Josue Ortega Rivas.
James P. Finnegan.
Imla Ozit.
Maria M. Flores Martinez.
Ajazra Pandy.
Nori E. Flores Portillo.
Oscar Perez Solis.
Stephanie J. Flores.
Douglas Perez.
Henry V. Flores Amaya.
Ileana Perlera.
Sarah M. Forrestal.
Xiomara Perlera.
Ladonde Francois.
Christopher David.
Kimberly Fuentes Sanchez.
Jack O'Shea.
Odalis B. Fuentes.
Anna Playtez Martinez.
Carla Fredado Brandeo.
Victoria Porto de Oliveira.
Jonathan M. Furtado.
Fernando Quintanilla.
Hilda M. Galvez Cabrera.
Jean Racines. Love you, man.
Brian P. Garcia.
Pierre Lenz Renee.
Melissa F. Gay, presented by her grandmother and former mayor of Somerville, Dorothy Kelly Gay.
Casey Revilla.
Serene Gassar.
Yetziel Robinson.
Congratulations. Noah Gillespie.
Kyle Roach. I'm just happy to see you.
Shuban Goel.
Molly Roderick.
Gianna R. Gomes.
Marcus Rodriguez.
Matthew B. Gomes.
Johan Rodriguez.
Jared D. Good.
Michael Rodriguez Hernandez.
Eleni B. Grams.
Kimberly Romero.
Lisette B. Guevara.
Marcelo Rosa.
Carla L. Gutierrez.
Rogers Rosales Morales.
Adriana L. Hamilton.
Yoni Rubio.
Yep. Cosmas Hatsis.
Karif Rudolph.
Gerline Hare.
Raina Salguero Limas.
Michael F. Hennessy.
Haley Salzgiver.
James A. Hernandez.
Steven Sampson.
Albert J. Herrera.
Ariel Sanchez.
Alan E. Holozic.
Nicole Santana Arias.
Shaylee B. Hogan.
Manuel Jose Santiago. Giovanna Santos.
Henry C. Hover.
Jessica Saulnier.
Hallie S. Hughes.
Anthony Sentner Rego.
Victoria L. Hughes.
Shivanshu Sharma.
Oscar A. Irahita Benitez.
The following diploma will be presented by his mother, Jack Sheehy.
Kensley Jean-Baptiste.
Ezekiel Shine.
Rose Gadit Jean-Baptiste.
Amninder Singh.
Brianna L. Jewers.
Muhammadu Sissoko.
Jedeline Joseph.
Shauna Slattery.
Shaquille Joseph. Congrats, man.
Haley Soares.
Priscilla A. Jovel Romero.
Patrick Soares.
Gerline Kerr.
Allison Solares Arevalo.
Gurpreet Kerr.
Jeffrey Solis Mejia.
Zachary R. Keatley.
Cesar Soto.
Anush A. Khan.
Ellis Soto.
Tenzin Kensei.
Lucas Spearing.
Anthony M. Creason.
Daniel Strauss.
Pamela Lalage.
Monica Summons.
Jose Landaverde Flores.
Emilicia Tavares.
Richard Levy III.
The following diploma will be presented by the best mayor around, the Honorable Mayor Joseph Curtatone, Madison Taylor.
Gavin M. LaWhite.
Eric Tejada Vivas.
Megan P. Lininger.
Kevin Tejada Vivas.
Doris E. Lemus.
Shemendi Tawalde.
Kyle D. Lentini.
Michael Tajali.
Frank J. Leone.
Craig Thompson.
Marvin Ramirez.
Gabriella Thompson. Jonathan Tobias Monji. Marissa Tona. Kaylin Toussaint. Jelani Tall. Miguel Umana. Landy Valcourt. Emily Valenzuela. Stephanie William. Janice Williams. Emily Woodman. Amani Yassin. Kevin Zoe. Chang Zoe.
We just have one last official act here, and I need to have your class president, Ellis Brick, to come up and lead you in the turning of the tassels.
Please join me in the turning of the tassels from right to left, which symbolizes our transition from students to graduates. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2017!